what's up, everybody? It's your friendly neighborhood T-Square. Tristain Thomas here, host of Toss. And I'm still decked out my Packer gear. I'm still decked out. I still love my pack. But the NFC Championship game is over. So what happened? Ninth version. The Packers of Green Bay were thrashed by the Falcons of Atlanta in the National Football Conference Championship game. Evil version. Boy, them boys got the brake speed off of them. I'm talking, they got dog walked. However you want to put it, it doesn't matter. It equals a Packers 44-21 loss. Hey, they did win the second half 21-20, except there's two halves to a football game, and they got shut out 24-0 because Mason Crosby missed a field goal, and then Aaron Ripkowski decided to fumble inside the 10, which would have made it a 10-10 game as opposed to a 24-0 game at the half. But that's neither here nor there. It's definitely an excruciating way to end the season, but you know what? I ain't even mad. Okay, all right, I lied. I'm a little bit mad. But you know what? I'm not all the way mad. This is not like past playoff losses. Why am I not mad? Let's get into it. The Packers season actually got off to a pretty decent start. They were 4-2 after 6 games. You thought all was right in the world. They had everything going for them. Jordy Nelson was back from a knee injury. The offensive line was healthy, even though they shipped off one of their best linemen and Josh Sitton to the rival Bears. But, that's a different story for a different day. Randall Cobb was healthy. Aaron Rodgers was healthy. Eddie Lacy was in shape. He wasn't eating so many cheeseburgers like a lot of people like to call him Cheeseburger Eddie. Y'all need to leave him alone. Y'all know y'all wrong for that. Through the first 6 games, they were fulfilling the promise that Vegas had given to everyone when they picked the Green Bay Packers as having a 22% chance of winning the Super Bowl. They were doing everything right. And then Game 7 hit. And then Game 8 hit. And then Game 9 hit. And then Game 10 hit. And all of a sudden, they're at 4-6 on a 4-game losing streak, having given up 35-plus points on defense for 4 straight games for the first time since the 1950s. No, you're not hearing things. I said for the first time since 1950 or the 1950s. The Packers are giving up 35-plus points on defense in 4 straight games. It just doesn't happen. So now, for everybody outside that Packers locker room, the sky is falling. Hey, even I went on various mediums. I'm talking television. I'm talking radio. I'm talking my own writing pieces, talking about how the Packers would be over. Now, I must give a caveat. My heart would not allow it to be over. But my head and my eyes and what I was seeing and what I was analyzing was telling me, stick a fork in them. Them boys is done. Then Aaron Rodgers confidently sat by his locker, had a question posed to him, and he gave an honest answer. He said he believes that this team could run the table. Now, this is the part where everybody had to insert their table joke here. It was around Thanksgiving, so even I threw out some saying, what table are they going to run? The Thanksgiving table? Insert your own joke there. Now, needless to say, nobody believed in that statement and nobody believed in this team. It was 4-6. They were behind in the division lead. There was no way they were going to pull this off. But then that Monday night game against the Eagles happened, and they won. And then another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. All of a sudden, you're on a 5-game winning streak, and you're in your final game of the regular season for the NFC North Championship with the division-leading Lions. Now, by the time that the 5-game winning streak was happening, and I saw who was last on that schedule, Lions and division championships just don't mix. They haven't even won a division championship since, 1993? They definitely haven't won one since they realigned the divisions. There was no way they were going to get this win. They made it competitive, but they didn't win. All of a sudden, the Packers are on a 6-game winning streak and moving on to the playoffs. A home playoff game. That's a rarity. So now you're in the playoffs against the Giants, whose defense is legit. I'm talking they made life hell for a lot of teams. Plus, you got Eli Manning coming into Lambeau, and he ain't scared to play up there. 2-0 in the playoffs. We're talking big-time playoff games where he played hot. He wasn't so hot coming to this one. And you know what? The Packers dismantled that top-tier defense. That's when everybody really, truly started to believe this table could be ran. Run it. Then you move on to the divisional round against the number 1 seed Dallas Cowboys in Dallas. Had to endure a lot of trash talk from Cowboys fans, man. They really believed this was the year. But when you leave that much time left on the clock for Aaron Rodgers, you will get double checked. Game over. Packers won. One game away from the Super Bowl now. And then they ran into a hot Matty Ice. That sounds crazy. That's almost an oxymoron. But he was on fire. So I said all that to say this. When you're playing with house money, you have nothing to lose. And that's exactly why I'm not so mad about the NFC Championship loss. I mean, think about it. At 4-6, the Packers weren't even supposed to be there. The 31st ranked passing defense, the Packers weren't even supposed to be there. The Packers defied the odds, ended up winning 8 straight games that put themselves in the NFC Championship one step away from where everybody had predicted them to be at the end of the season. But nonetheless, one hell of a ride because they defied the odds, ignored what everybody was saying, and decided to go and handle business. So I can't be too mad about that. Maybe a little bit. So a tip of the cap to the Atlanta Falcons, a T-squared salute to the Falcons. You guys did it. Now you got to deal with Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and the Patriots. You got a tough task on you, but if you bring that offense that you did against the Green Bay Packers, I fully believe you guys can win the Super Bowl. So go ahead and do that. Conference pride first before anything else. Still stings, though. As for the Green Bay Packers, I hope they go and do exactly what Aaron Rodgers suggested they should do, which is reload. They don't need to be rebuilt. Mike McCarthy said it in his season-ending press conference that they're not that far away from where they wanted to be. And I truly believe that they're just a couple players on defense away from going to Super Bowl 52. It's Ted Thompson time now. Hopefully he loosens up those purse strings and brings somebody impactful into the secondary so you can survive the injuries that pretty much cost you a berth in this year's Super Bowl. Reload, not rebuild. I'm T-Squared, and that's your quick toss for this week.